Dun, 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 dun. Winner takes all. It's the thrill of one more win, the last one to fall. The sacrifice I will. Doom, 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 doom. Sweet, sweet, sweet victory. Yeah. In other words, obviously, we're gonna keep singing. Doom, doom, doom. And it's sweet, sweet, sweet victory. Yeah. Da-da-da. Doom, 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 doom. Sweet, sweet victory. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Hey, guy I've never met before. How about you introduce the frickin' podcast?
What is up, guys? My name is Bryan. I am an That Pokey Duo, and this is...
My name is Christian, and I'm not okay. I'm not doing good. Matter of fact, I'm pretty destitute. I need some help.
What do you need some help with, friend?
My self-esteem is extremely low, and I have no money, and I live in a world where there's this pandemic. I don't know if you can relate to this, but it's pretty bad. Oh man. But I'm gonna keep it together. Don't you worry about that.
Good. Keep it together, because keeping it together is a good thing.
Yeah, it is. We're munching on some popcorn, by the way.
Have some poppin' corn.
Exactly. This is considered a meal in this establishment.
I haven't had dinner yet, so.
In our studio, in our very expensive studio.
Oh yeah.
We just eat popcorn and drink tap water. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's trendy. It's what all the rich kids are doing right now.
Yeah. We don't drink alcohol or anything like that.
No. And if you don't like it, if you don't like the new trend, you get the fuck out of here. Get out of the kitchen. Too hot for you? If it's too hot for you, get out. You're not welcome. All right. In all seriousness, this is another iCarly episode edition of this podcast.
Yep.
Of which we are currently working on a name, and I think we have one solidified. I don't want to spoil it yet.
I don't even remember what it is, to be quite honest.
Well, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, I do remember it now.
But I'll tell you in Morse code.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Any of you people that know Morse code out there be able to decipher that message. And you're probably going to put it on Reddit and ruin the whole fucking thing. Anyway, so what happened tonight?
Or you're just going to read the title of this video, which has the name of the now named podcast.
I'm assuming we're going to put it on this video. If we don't, it will definitely be on the finale. Episode 13 of iCarly Reboot Season 1, which we were in the middle of deciding if we were going to do the last 4 episodes in one episode or split them off into another 3 and just do an episode on the last, the season finale. We decided to go that route, and we've got quite a lot planned for you guys for that last podcast for iCarly Reboot Season 1 finale. You didn't hear it from me, okay? I'm not saying nothing. I'm not fucking saying
it. It rhymes with Tuskegee Spackos.
They're never going to guess that. Anyway, so tonight was a weird night for me, and I think it was for you too. This was a rocky start. I think this might have been the weakest I've seen this season. Mm-hmm. The first episode we started out with, which is 10. Not good. Not fun. Not interesting. I laughed maybe twice, and I don't remember what I laughed at. What was the name of it?
I Have a Girl's Night.
I Have a Girl's Night, yeah. So, plot, basically, Carly and Freddie and what's her name? Harper, right. Planning a girls' night, gonna take a vacation, and Harper decides not to go because her long-lost cousin is in town, been gone for 4 years because she's been quote-unquote kidnapped.
By pirates.
Which
for 4 years.
Which happens to be a lie, as it turns out, but that's revealed later on. Mm-hmm. So Freddie and Carly go to this very expensive resort and are able to access such a resort because Carly has an amazing life and can get into anything, anywhere that she pleases because she is a celebrity. So they go to this very expensive hotel, and there's this very, very, very obvious laden sexual tension between Carly and Freddie.
Yep.
Again, this is going to happen eventually. It's not going to be this season. It might be, but if it's not in this season, if it's not in the season finale, it's going to happen because they're planning for it. And it just makes sense. If Freddie and Carly don't get together, I'm going to be very surprised.
They clearly wanted to do it.
Yeah.
In that episode. It was like very clear that they wanted to do it, but they were avoiding doing it.
Absolutely. The jokes all came from the fact that the room that they are staying in is extremely romantic. There's a chocolate drawer. There's a fucking bed with hearts on it and roses. And sex is mentioned in the episode. The word sex, as well as a lot of alcoholic consumption. Still not used to it.
And a lot of hooking up.
Yes. And the mention of a threesome.
Yes. We are now in the iCarly universe where threesomes exist.
And good for them. I just can't get used to it. It's still weird. It's still weird for me. But that's okay. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm an old fuck. So
Carly still has this issue of not liking men who do like quote unquote girly things. Mm-hmm. Because remember in the older iCarly, the man with the Pee-wee babies, I forgot his name. His name is blanking on me. Griffin. There we go. Mm. She thinks collecting the Pee-wee babies is a girly thing, and it's not. It's a healthy hobby. Carly, you are wrong.
Yes, absolutely.
But in this one, Freddie talks about liking rosé, which I'm assuming is a type of wine.
It is.
I don't drink alcohol, so I wouldn't know.
Right.
Yep, that's a thing about me. I don't drink alcohol. I have taken the personal choice not to drink alcohol.
Good. Hello, this is a very tired Christian interrupting this immaculate podcast to truly and deeply apologize for the blatant smacking of gums and ruffling of microwave popcorn bags. I've already placed a self-aware text joke near the beginning of the video, and there are many more visual and audio gags associated with this technical mistake all throughout this podcast. But I just want to provide an air of some professionalism and say to whoever is listening to this that we are sorry. We are just two dudes with regular salary jobs, so we don't have a lot of time to plan any kind of retakes or re-recordings, and we're still learning the basics of how to put together a podcast. Anyway, back to the video. I had to say something, and rest assured, this will not happen again. Stay in school!
And Carly makes a couple of jokes about Freddie liking rosé, even though liking rosé is a perfectly healthy hobby. That is okay.
Yeah, she's got a really weird standard for guys and their hobbies.
Yes.
Definitely, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, we need to talk about this. I need to talk with. I just like to talk with her. I just want to talk.
You want to go to the fictitious reality of iCarly and sit down with a non-existent character and talk to her earnestly about how she's wrong about her choices and preferences in men.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
I want to do that.
That's completely fine.
Because she needs to understand that it is okay for people to have hobbies.
And I want to get chocolate wasted. I want to eat so much chocolate that I'm fucking wasted.
Wasn't that a TV show of something, Chocolate Wasted?
It's a reference to a very old internet video.
I knew it. I remember Chocolate Wasted. I remember that reference. I just can't remember where it was from.
You could find it right here.
Adam Sandler's funny, bro. I want to get chocolate wasted.
Yeah, I did that. Oh, yeah. I pulled the stops out early in the episode. Sorry.
Yep.
Don't know what to tell you. And so, yeah, episode. Lots of sexual tension.
There apparently are a couple of new ships that we have to go over.
Yeah, go ahead and splay them out for us, Bryan. What's the new ships?
So the new ships here are Spencer and Maeve, which is the cousin of Harper who was kidnapped by pirates.
Yes.
I gave the name Spave. You seem to like that name.
It's perfect. I think it's good. Better than Mincer.
Yeah.
I don't think that would... I don't want to mince words, but, yeah.
I kind of made the connection that she was kind of agoraphobic. Maeve.
Well, yeah. I mean, her trauma from losing everything early in her life, or in her early 20s, caused paparazzi and media to seep in, and she wanted to get away from that, and tax collectors.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes on a cruise for 4 fucking years and tells nobody, not even her family or friends. So yeah, I guess you can call that a definite agoraphobic mindset. I'd categorize it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, cousin comes back. This episode was pretty weak, so I'm having trouble remembering that plot line. What I do remember is that Carly and Freddie almost fuck, but are
Interrupted by Brooke.
not just interrupted, but completely barricaded by this other random character from their past, Brooke, which
Who has not existed in the iCarly universe before.
yeah, I've noticed something lately with this reboot. They rely on a lot of random new characters that constantly flood the show. I mean, I don't know if it's an overabundance of new characters, but it's a lot. I mean, it's almost like the plots of these episodes center around the introduction of these characters.
Like, are people in Seattle that interesting?
I don't know, but I know the original iCarly had a lot of zany characters and a lot of weird people.
But it basically took place in a school.
Yes, but
So I think that kind of works.
Yeah.
Because they're different people. They're like 100. There's like probably like 1,000 or so students in the school.
And I'm not complaining. I just think it's interesting that they've shifted almost to a reliance on, we got to put a new character.
I almost thought that
we got to put a new character in there.
Was the kidnapping girl. What's her name?
I forgot.
Yeah, I almost thought that was her for a second.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to say that the show is using it as a crutch, but I mean, or having an over-reliance on introducing new characters and having the plot revolve around that. But it kind of uses it as its main tool for comedy. It's like, look at this wacky new person. Oh, shit. Maybe he or she will be here for 2 or 3 episodes, and then we'll get rid of them, or... I don't know, but like there's a lot, and then they kind of go away. I will say in this group of episodes, the longevity of the characters they've introduced has stayed past 2 episodes. You got
except for Brooke.
Yeah,
Brooke
Brooke went the fuck away after that episode. But
so if you want to know what Brooke's personality was, it could be summed up into one word: threesome. That's her personality.
She definitely. Yes, yeah, that's her thing. It's her gimmick, I guess.
Yeah, that's her. You could sum her up into threesome because at first she was kind of putting the hits on Freddie during this girls' night, and Carly was getting very jealous, upset, insert adjective here, of how she felt during that episode.
Yes, I will say that. I really thought that they were going to do it. That was the whole intention behind writing the episode, to kind of fake us out. I really thought Freddie and Carly were going to actually fornicate that night. And not only that, but and you guys, come on, iCarly community, this is for you. You got to stop putting spoiler thumbnails on your iCarly reviews.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Not cool.
We both saw the video. We both saw the thumbnail of
Carly and Freddie in bed, and we thought that it was like Friends where Chandler and Monica were in bed. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, it's going to happen. Got it.
I didn't click the video.
I didn't either. I was like, fuck off. I'm not naming names, but I know who did it. And I'm coming for you.
Luckily, it is not that one YouTuber that we really like who does really long retrospectives. What's his name again?
Quentin Reviews?
Yes, Quentin Reviews.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's good. We like him.
He's a good boy.
It was not Quentin Reviews. Speaking of which, we are still waiting for iCarly Part 2.
Yes, he's working diligently on it.
I cannot wait.
Per his last update on the YouTube community.
I did see an update on it, so he's working on it.
Yeah, it was about a few months ago. He said, it's coming, guys. Don't you worry, but I'm working on like 17 other things. He's a busy man, that Quentin. Busy man.
Busy man, yeah.
And also tall as fuck. He's like 6'5". I don't know why that's
If anyone is watching this and knows Quentin, let us tell him to watch us.
Yeah.
Maybe we can collaborate. We do an iCarly collaboration.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. For sure. 100%.
Oh yeah, with our 10 views.
It's going to
At least one of those 10 views knows Quentin.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, fuck. Only got 40 subscribers. That's going to put us in the stratosphere. Let's go for it, man. Fuck. Fuck it, man. Sky's the limit. So yeah, episode goes on. Fake out happens. They don't get together. Carly, Freddie, fake out. Back at the home front.
Back at the home front, Spencer and Maeve are starting to like each other.
They get together.
So basically. Maeve and Harper are reminiscing on old times. I don't know what they're doing in that part. They were doing something. They were talking in bed on the couch. They were talking on the couch.
I don't know, but
and then Spencer walks in with the birdcage. No, that's before. No, he just walks in for something, and then they lock eyes. They stare at each other for a couple of seconds, and they say, "How are you doing? How you doing?"
They basically get together, and Spencer apparently is lonely, which hasn't really been established yet. But I guess at a 30-something-year-old,
I mean, it was established that they both needed girlfriends.
Yeah, Spencer can get laid more than any fucking male on that show. I mean,
why is he so rich?
Well, even before then, he was getting pussy left and right. It was ridiculous. That he's unbelievably just the best womanizer I've ever seen on a television series.
Even better than Barney Stinson.
There you go.
Oh my God, you do not think that.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but I do know this. Apparently he's lonely. The writers say he's lonely and needs a permanent relationship, and just gets together with Harper's cousin, who is returned, and finds out that it was fake, stages a Titanic reenactment with big budget special effects. It's a very weird scene, and I thought it was weird. Like Spencer seems to be a happy, well-adjusted, rich 30-something-year-old. I didn't really think he needed a permanent woman to be around him, to stay with. I don't know. I didn't do too much thinking into Spencer's personal life. I know that's a part of the show, but I never considered him lonely until the writers outright just had to say it. Whatever, it's fine. I don't feel the chemistry between these two characters at all. It's not there. It's not even that funny. I'm not really getting it. It's not a big criticism, but it's definitely like a pointed, I guess it is a fucking criticism, but it's not big.
Right.
I just think it's kind of weird.
It's a nitpick.
It's a little bit bigger than a nitpick. It's more like a legitimate, I don't know. It's a minor critique.
Minor critique.
There you go.
So at one point when Brooke is making the moves on Freddie, Carly wants to do this confrontation with them or something. So she's walking in. She's expecting them to be hooking up. She uses the words they're hooking up probably 2 minutes prior. She walks in, hand over eyes, going like, "Hey, can I get the hands over my eyes?" And then they're just playing a board game on the bed, and then Freddie just goes like, "It's getting pretty intimate over here."
That was funny. I do remember laughing at that. That was funny.
Yeah.
Just the earnestness of Freddie's execution of the line.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty intimate.
Yeah. And they're just playing a board game or something. They're just playing some board game.
We're playing squash.
Yeah. So Carly relaxes at some point. I think she just sort of calms down. They're seeing that they're not actually hooking up at the moment, and they're just playing a board game. And she's like, "Ooh, can I join you?" And she's like, "There's like, yeah." And that's when the whole threesome thing starts happening because Brooke's in this sexy lingerie-ish kind of pajama thing. Probably not wearing anything.
What a weird character. We're talking so much about Brooke, and she is never going to show up again.
Right.
And she hasn't thus far. I don't know why the whole episode used her as the device of sexual tension between Carly and Freddie. It was very weird. I think they could have used another character that was more well known. Could have brought back someone from the old show. I guess they can't get as many people from that show as I thought. Because not even Lubert's going to be on this thing, apparently. It's just so strange to me.
Right.
It's so weird. It's like, do they really hate their experience that bad?
And then Brooke switches her attraction from Freddie to Carly for a second there.
All in all, it ends with
and then
a cock block.
and then she mentions, "I've got a better idea. Let's have a threesome." And then she's like being all seductive and stuff. And then Freddie, who I have been thought this whole time was hiding some kind of boner. I don't know if he was or not. I'm suspecting he probably was. I think then it just dies down, and they both, like they, as in both Freddie and Carly, like get off the bed, and they're like, "No, we're not having a threesome." And good thing for Brooke, she respects consent and just goes like, "Oh, I get it."
End of the day, it was a giant cock block.
Yeah.
And that's it. Nothing happens. It's kind of the end of the episode.
They don't hook up. They don't.
That was it.
Yeah.
It really was a weak... It's the weakest episode so far. It's really just... I don't know what they were trying to do.
It was
here.
weak, but we spent so much time on this episode.
Oh, it's because...
Even though it's
You're
weak,
the one
there's a
that
lot
wanted-
to talk about it.
Say what?
It's weak, but there's a lot to talk about.
Not really. I mean, like, I'm trying... the Brooke thing... Not much there, really. What happened other than that? Did Spencer and Maeve get together? Is that the episode? No, that's the next episode where Harper finds out about the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's when we get the information that she faked the kidnapping.
Fake. Right.
I think it's in the third episode that Harper figures out.
No, it's in the second. That's when we find out, and then Harper eventually finds out near the end. But for this one, it's episode 10. I'm trying to figure out what happens other than what we mentioned, and I can't. I don't remember enough.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weak.
Really weak. Like, just fillery. Very fillery. Honestly, the introduction of Maeve is the biggest thing that happens. And Freddie and Carly, I mean, like, the sexual tension's already been there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that just kind of reminded us it existed.
They admit that they have a weird romantic history.
Yeah, I guess that's a big thing.
Like, that's I think they've moved on, but they're admitting that there's a weird sexual romantic history between the two.
What happened with Harper? What happened with her?
Well, she was gonna go on the girls' night, but because her cousin came back, she decided not to.
That was it. That was her arc of that story, like of that episode. She was also weirded out that her cousin was spending too much time with Spencer. And
Wouldn't you?
Say what?
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, but that's it. Like, there's no no other thing that happens to her. It's just her complaining about that.
Yeah,
and
first she was complaining about not going to the girls' night, and then complaining that the reason that she's not going to girls' night is hanging with Spencer.
And then she ends the episode for her by mixing vodka and white wine, which is putrid. I don't know.
Because Carly has this drink called a Lonely Girl.
Yes, and it's a funny little bit that happens there with the bartender at the hotel, but other than that, alcoholic consumption and horrible mixed drink. That's it. Nothing with Harper.
Yeah.
It just ends there. I don't know, man.
It's weak.
It's weak. What I will say is we have tried to do some research on the writing of this, of how the episodes are written, who writes what, the screenwriting credit, the directing credit. Directing's pretty arbitrary, but the screenwriting credit, there's no pattern. I was certain that they have like an A team that writes the third episode, like the episode 3, 6, and 9, 12. there's an A team for that, and then for the rest, there's like a B and C team.
Right.
I swear to fuck, man, because this night, it's not different. The first episode we watched, episode 10 tonight, was extremely weak, the weakest we've seen so far. The second one we watched, episode 11, was better. I laughed more. And the third, episode 12, great.
Great, yeah.
Great episode.
Yeah.
Loved it. So I don't want to talk about this episode anymore. But I guess...
The only thing I'm going to mention is the Dan Schneider scene.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to bring that up. So, yes, the more we notice the credit of Dan Schneider being very particularly placed within the episode, the more true it rings that the editors have it out for the guy. And it's very fun to watch because every time it delivers. There's always something bad or either being spoken or done when his credit comes up. And with this episode, what was it?
You said that it was that Maeve said the word stress.
Yeah, right when Maeve says stress in a sentence, in a line she reads, Dan Schneider's name comes up right there. Love it. I hope they keep doing this.
I missed that because I was writing notes, because I actually wrote notes.
No, you were doodling, man. You're doodling your fucking porn.
No.
Yeah, I see your porn right there. You're into hentai. Pretty good rendering, though, must say. You didn't tell me you could draw.
He didn't say I couldn't sing.
Shit.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, we're gonna get copyright notice.
That wasn't even...
I know.
That's not even from a song.
It's something you made up, and you're gonna, in the future, be famous for singing it. And you're gonna copyright
a
yourself.
character sung it in a TV movie, but it wasn't like that line. I don't think you can copyright protect a line.
Nah, man, sorry, buddy. YouTube's gonna get you.
With my 40 subscribers, my 41 subscribers, they're gonna really want the money that I'm making from.
Don't you play coy with YouTube, young man. They could come after you.
Okay.
Moving on, I suppose.
Yes, we are moving on.
Just not good. Not a good episode. Let's just move on to episode 11.
Yep.
Which is titled...
I Can Fix It Myself.
I Can Fix It Myself. Which is about Carly's journey into independence and fixing her own car.
Mm-hmm.
I like this episode a lot, especially how it ended, and we'll get to that. But this was the...
A note I made that Carly still likes bad boys.
Yeah, but this guy's way smarter than the other ones, because she also likes stupid boys.
Yes.
And this boy she eventually hooks up with is very smart. He's a mechanic, self-reliant, self-sufficient.
And by bad boys, I just mean that when her car was broken over, she looked at him and he was going in slow motion. That's basically just what I mean by bad boy. He's not a bad boy. He's not
he's actually a really respectable, young man who's got his own business as a mechanic.
Right.
Or a tow truck driver. No, he's a mechanic.
He's a mechanic,
Who also tows trucks.
I mean, you gotta respect the side hustle.
He disrespected the Bing. Sopranos. I've watched The Sopranos in its entirety recently. I can't get it out of my head. It's a great show.
I know we
Everyone
ended
knows this.
the last episode with the Dan Schneider thing, but I figured this one we'll just go ahead and start with what the Dan Schneider thing was.
What was it for this episode? Episode 11. What was it?
It was a car part. I don't know if it's real or not. The shocking masturbator.
Oh, yeah. It rhymes with masturbator.
Yeah, basically.
Which was a little bit more abstract. I had to think about that one when I saw the credit. I was like, what's the relation to any kind of icky thing here?
And I think that is just Dan Schneider's pedophilic
Oh,
past.
fuck yeah.
That's just a thing on his pedophilic past.
Shasterbator sounds just like masturbator, so it's perfect. Yep.
Yeah,
you had to point that out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that's cryptic. What the fuck? I had to think about that.
I don't even know if that's an actual car part.
It's not. There's no fucking way.
Right.
There's no way. And if it is, it still sounds
in the comments, the one person listening to us who's a mechanic, let us know if the shocking masturbator is a actual car part.
I'll fucking look it up. No, Christian, what the fuck? I have to do more editing now. Sorry. Get the fuck out of here. Go on, get the fuck out of here. That was my clone. Now I have to put it in the fucking podcast. Fucking clone.
God.
Random dancing. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Shut up. All right. Anyway.
So this is the episode where Maeve has this shocking revelation that she faked her kidnapping because she was tired of being famous, and I just think she didn't want to pay taxes.
Yeah, so she just abandoned her life. And Spencer knows about this, hears about it, and is okay with it, and now they have to break the news to Harper, which is just funny and filled with shenanigans and hijinks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Harper's also, she gets hired for a fashion agency, which is good. They're a fashion house. Enter
Double Dutch.
The craziest, character I think this show has seen thus far, and that's saying something. But, to be honest with you, new characters. Yes, Neville was in this, and Nora Dershlish was in this.
Nora, that's the name of the kidnapper.
But thing is, those were already established characters from lore from the previous show. Mm-hmm. As far as new characters, what's her name? Double Dutch?
Double Dutch, yep.
Played by this person.
Poppy Lou.
Yeah. I don't even know what to fathom or what to say with this character.
She has an ego. She thinks she's more famous than she actually is.
It's not just that. It's the weird shit she says and does constantly.
And I think it's because she thinks she's famous.
No, I get it. She's full of herself, and she lives in her own deluded world. But at the same time, she's up there with Lubert as far as like the amount of psychosis she exhibits. I mean, it's she comes in singing her own songs and posing like off the cuff and calling everybody Josephine.
Yep.
For no reason. And this is in the next episode. She starts doing that. But I don't know if I like it or hate it. I think it's a mixture of both. But I'm intrigued and I want to see more. Mm-hmm. It's just, I can't even really describe words for how I feel about this character. It's so weird. Yeah. But yeah, she's Harper's boss, and through a slideshow, Harper actually that she's giving her new boss, that's Double Dutch character. She finds out about the truth regarding her cousin, and that's kind of it. Not a lot of repercussions happen.
Right.
It's just kind of like, oh, that sucks. Fuck you. And then, whatever. Cousins. And Spencer and Maeve, the cousin, continue to date. And I'm trying to think what else happens here.
She joins that class. She joins the class. The class.
Carly joins the auto mechanic class so she can learn.
She tries to become like Rosie the Riveter, sort of feminist. Trying to do anything a man can, which is fine.
The reason she does this is because the car that she drives, nicknamed Vin Diesel,
is very special to her.
Very special to her.
And we get this information about this car, at why it's called Vin Diesel, who named the car Vin Diesel.
Right, at the end of the episode, which is honestly pretty heartfelt.
Yeah.
But the start of the episode, the car breaks down. She meets this new boy toy.
His name is Wes, and the actor's name is Josh Plass.
There you go. I'm not writing it down. You said it. I'm not doing it.
That made me so...
I'm lazy, Bryan. I'm lazy.
I thought you worked hard.
Anyway,
I made a note in there saying, "Shut up, Carly." That's because she got called on during the class to fix a part of her car called what was it called again? Do you remember?
Shock Stravator.
No, it wasn't that one. It was something else, but it was something weird. But anyway, and she obviously can't, but she's trying to hype herself up. It's like, oh, I didn't want you to call on me because I wanted the other people to do it and all that kind of stuff. And she messes up the car that Wes, who, shocker alert, is the teacher of this auto mechanic class.
Yes, and so Carly originally takes the class to get knowledge for fixing cars on her own and to be more self-sufficient with auto repair, and winds up kind of falling for this guy, Wes.
Yeah.
With obvious sexual Freddy sort of tension. Not Freddy, Fretty.
Yeah. Nice pun there.
Yeah, kinda. And, acts like she hates him at first, but they fall for each other in the end. And, the car does not get fixed, but Spencer repurposes it for a prop for the iCarly studio.
It's almost like
the car in the original series.
Yeah.
But
that became a place for people to sit in.
Yeah, guests and stuff. So, Spencer repurposes it. Very cool. Good art design. Which isn't said enough on this podcast. The art design for the show is kind of fucking incredible.
Yeah.
The set direction.
I do find it weird that the apartment building...
The set dressing, my bad.
The apartment, like... Not the apartment, but the hall in the apartment is, like, faded now. Isn't that kind of weird from the original?
The what?
Like, the hallway is, like, very, like... It feels like it's very rustic and worn down when it wasn't, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
10, 12, 13
think it's
years ago.
supposed to kind of allude to the fact that time has passed. I mean, that's kind of all I take from it.
Yeah, I just think it's weird, but I guess I can rationalize that.
Yeah. Just being artsy. Just being weird. You know how set dressers and art directors are. You would know because you're in the film industry.
Right, I am in the film industry. 41 viewers and actually taking a break from it. But anyway...
I'm going to stab myself in the eye.
Bam. Anyway, so in this episode and the next episode, I kind of noticed this little pattern where they would repeat like the same phrase or word multiple times in the episode.
Yes.
In this episode... It was off-balance sneakers that you wear on your hands. That's the phrase that got repeated at least 5 times.
You wear them on your hands.
Yeah. They're off-brand sneakers. You wear them on your hands.
And that's the joke. But it's funny because they repeat it a lot. And that's a weird thing to say.
And the reason they repeat it all the time is because I think Harper just gets these weird things when good things happen to her.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, roses, something else. The off-brand sneakers that you wear on your hands.
You wear them on your hands? But yeah, through all this hustle and bustle of Carly trying to fix her car and learning how to repair it, getting with this guy, and repurposing Vin Diesel when it turns out that it can't be fixed, we learn this very, very important emotional fact at the end of the episode.
Get the sad music ready.
Bryan, you get one more fucking thing I gotta put in this. I got a lot to do this week. So basically, Sam in college, with Carly, a few years back, bought Vin Diesel, named it what it was, and shared a lot of memories with the car itself, which is why Carly wanted to repair it this whole time. And the mentioning of Sam and missing Sam was a good, appropriate reference to a character that isn't in the series anymore. I thought it was kind of tied the whole thing together. And it also kind of makes the relationship Carly has with this new guy seem more poignant and more personal. Yeah. Looks like he's going to be sticking around. He's not just a one-off character like a lot of the other ones in this season, in this series, meaning the iCarly reboot. Because he's in the next episode. He's probably going to be in the finale. It was a nice send-off for Sam in a way for this new character that she's dating, which may or may not stick around, but I thought it was a nice little emotional moment that we needed in a very zany show. So good on you writers, whoever you might be, for this episode.
Yes, y'all are doing a fantastic job. Round of applause.
Nah, I'm just kidding. It was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. Moving on. No. In all seriousness, it was good. It was really good. Yeah. I like the emotions. There were some funny moments with Carly getting sprayed in the face with paint, oil when she couldn't fix the car. I laughed at Spencer a lot in this episode. There's a scene.
Spencer got sprayed with $2,000 wine
that he bought for an occasion that was not for what they used it for, which was hilarious. I legitimately laughed out loud at that.
I think in that scene, I think the note that I wrote when I saw that was, Spencer, why are you so rich?
Well, he gets this $2,000 bottle of fucking wine so he can break the news of the cousin lying to Harper. And it doesn't happen because Harper, during that moment, finds out she has the job with Double Dutch. And in celebratory notice, she opens the bottle, or Carly opens the bottle, and sprays it all on Spencer, which made me laugh because it's literally $2,000 of alcohol being sprayed in his face.
And he's not having a good time.
I don't know. Like, that shit is one of the funniest things I've seen all week. That had me laughing pretty hard. It's Jerry Trainer, everybody. Great actor. Also, and this hasn't been said before, because, if we're going to pull apart every fucking element of this series, why not?
Let's talk about Nathan Kress.
Yes, good. You took the words out of my brain. Nathan Kress.
Fantastic actor.
Really great comedic actor, and always has been, but stands out more in this series because they made him more of a comic role.
Yeah.
Since Sam is gone, you need someone to kind of pick up as the third wheel or the fourth wheel, whatever. Harper does provide this quite evenly, but I'm glad they made Freddy funnier, and he holds it.
Yeah.
Nathan Kress, really animated.
It's part of his character arc. I mean, it was pretty much canon in the old iCarly that he wasn't a funny person.
Yeah, and he really wasn't. I don't remember laughing at Freddy at all. But man, no, Nathan Kress has proven that he's not only funny, but he's animated, interesting, and just all around a great performer. That needed
Freddy
to be said.
can sell a pitch, and Nathan Kress can act.
And he could fuck a bitch. It was a really yummy joke. All right, I'm gonna go shoot myself down. Christian.
This is a family-friendly podcast.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was for 4-year-olds. All right. See you, SpongeBob. See you, Big Fat Meanie.
Really, I thought this was Spanish class.
Oh, I thought this was Spanish class. All right.
I've decided I'm going to give you both a good noodle star, even though I have no idea what this has to do with boating school.
Oh, yeah.
Boating school? I thought this was Spanish class. Bye, SpongeBob. See you, Big Fat Meanie.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, that's... If you didn't know, he and I were once known as part of a trio at work called the SpongeBob Crew.
Yeah, we used to work together at Domino's.
And he, me, and this other guy, Daenerys, who's great. We love Daenerys. We stand Daenerys.
Shout out to Denario!
But
I don't know if he'll like us putting his picture on here, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, I'll let him know. He'll be fine with it. But we were the SpongeBob Crew because we would close a lot. And then when it was like 11:45, 11:30, we were just doing our cleaning stuff. We'd quote SpongeBob episodes. We've probably quoted just about every single episode from season 1 through 3 in the movie.
No doubt. At a pace and at a frequency that would make everybody want to poke their ears out.
Yeah. And we didn't care because it was funny.
Yeah, it was. Making people crazy with that shit.
We still do that every once in a while. But we do miss the third SpongeBob Crew. We need the third member of the SpongeBob Crew. We need you back.
It's just a greasy spoon.
Just a greasy spoon without you.
Anyway.
Why isn't he cook? Why isn't he making me Krabby Patties?
So iCarly.
Yes. We're on the third episode now.
Are we? Damn, we're flying by,
We're
man.
flying.
Man, what else happened in that second episode? I feel like we're missing something.
Let me read my notes.
Yeah, you better read those notes.
This is normally my notebook for my Pokemon battles.
I can't even note your note.
We've talked about everything.
No fucking way.
Yeah. All the notes I wrote.
There's gotta be something else.
The girl behind her in that class, we're not going to look her up or anything like that, because I don't think she ever got a name in that episode. But I just mentioned that she kind of plays the same character all the time. That's like kind of socially awkward and just really into romantic stuff with men and stuff like that. I just mentioned that. I've seen her in a lot of making a lot of cameos and stuff in like one episodes where she's that kind of character.
I've seen her in a lot of Nickelodeon stuff and maybe Disney Channel stuff. I don't know, but yeah, I thought she was funny.
Yeah,
It's gotta be something else, man. Is that really it? I'm trying to rack my brain.
we did say it was marginally better. We didn't say it was fantastic. It was marginally better, and I think it was probably just marginally better than.
I'm trying to
episode
fucking
10.
think. I can't put my. There was something else. There was. I can't fucking think of it. And it's starting to climb up my craw and itch me.
So I think we should just move on.
Yeah, you better, before this gets really weird.
Alright, we're gonna move on to episode 3.
Titled.
I throw a flawless dinner party. That's the word.
I attempt to throw a flawless dinner party and fail spectacularly
Yes.
in Italian fashion.
So the thing about this episode is that Carly is a liar.
Everyone's a liar in this episode.
Fair. But Carly is definitely a liar because she wants to get into Wes's pants. So...
And Wes is like, well, in order to unlock the key to the kingdom, you gotta throw me a dinner party.
No, that's honestly not how it actually just happens.
Well, I mean, like, that's what it
It's essentially
that's what it
happens,
is.
but...
That's what it is.
Yeah, but they've gone on 9 dates now, and they haven't done it yet, which is weird. But
Yeah, Carly's sexually active, yo.
yeah, Carly wants the Carly kisses and the. Yeah, she wants.
Yeah,
those.
go on.
Yeah,
go
she
on.
wants those, but she wants to impress this boyfriend. But they want to go on another date, but the boyfriend's like, "I've got dinner with my nonna."
Which is Italian for nanny.
Yes, it's
Grandma.
the grandmother, and might
which
I
side?
say that this grandmother is literally the scum of the earth.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And this is her best behavior,
Yes.
according to Wes later in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
She insults Millicent to a point where
Which
Millicent...
we don't stand. We don't stand that.
No. But Millicent, for her to be offended, is crazy, yo.
Yep.
The world coming to an end? What the hell? What the hawk?
Luckily, in this episode, it does appear that Freddy has gotten back to work. He's not selling fish. He's not selling fish food anymore.
No, but I think he should stick with that because he's horrible at making apps, which
Yes.
is what he does.
Yeah.
He fails at it.
But at least he's trying.
Yeah, he's trying to fail. Anyway,
I mean, we just spent a little bit talking about the positives of Nathan Kress's acting, and
yeah, but
Freddy's.
Freddy, man, what a loser, am I right?
no, actually, he's fine.
Nah, man, he can go straight to hell. He's a loser. He's a disgrace to humankind.
You're taking this way too far. We're talking about the grandmother here.
And not
She's
only
a-
that, but some guy that makes an app after getting fooled into a fish food pyramid scheme gets 2 divorces and gets insulted by his daughter. Sorry, buddy. You're kind of a fucking dork after that. You gotta admit the facts, Bryan.
Let it be known that I do not agree with any of this, and the Freddy slander will not be appreciated or allowed.
Whenever Freddy fails, I get like a big bowl of popcorn and I eat the popcorn and I drink the tears that he cries. And I add carbonated like mixture to it so it could be like a soda. This
Okay,
is
you're
something.
beating a dead horse now. This joke, you've let.
I don't
this
know what
joke
I'm
go
saying.
on.
Yeah,
You've
long
let
story
this joke
short-
go on too. This joke has gone on too far.
Long story short, he makes an app and the app doesn't do what it's supposed to, and what it's supposed to do is help people cook who cannot
Yeah.
cook.
Yeah.
Carly, who was cooking for Wes and his Nona, who are
apparently
Italian.
can cook. Who?
Not only can they cook, but they're Italian like lineage to chefs,
Yeah.
like in Italy. And so Carly has to learn how to cook Italian cuisine, gourmet cuisine.
What was it called? Raviolo.
It was a big old. I have to look it up.
It was
Oh,
raviolo. It was raviolo. It was raviolo.
it's not raviolo until I say it is. Okay, you're probably right.
They're making raviolo because it's pulsating. And apparently, raviolo is supposed to pulsate.
I don't think it's a real dish.
It's not a real dish, but...
There's no way in hell that any dish should pulsate and move like an organism and be eaten.
Right.
Unless it's fucking like squid in North Korea.
Right.
Or South Korea. I don't choose which one. I'm not picky.
Right.
Anyway, so, yeah, Carly's all like, I gotta learn to cook. I'll use this app. App fails during the dinner party, and all these crazy characters show up. Like, Double Dutch shows up and starts calling everybody Josephine, which is crazy and weird. But I loved it. It was so out there.
Great.
Harper is trying to design a suit for her, but keeps lying about her having a make-believe assistant who is very British, or trying to be.
Right.
Harper's British accent's impressive, and then it isn't, and it goes up and down with bouts of quality. But overall, good job, Lacey Mosley. You hit a home run again. So all that's happening during the dinner party, distracting Carly. Carly is ruining the food, and on top of this, shenanigans break out with Spencer and his new girlfriend, Maeve, who have entered a phase that does not exist in real life called the Smeen phase.
Smeen phase, yep.
Which is after honeymoon phase, and means that you say all your or everything you say is technically an insult, but done in a very cute, positive elocution.
Yeah.
You know, a manner that seems like they are saying...
It's not sarcasm.
Yeah.
They actually mean what they're saying. But
but they're saying it in a very nice...
They're saying it very nicely.
They're saying it in a very nice tone and pleasing tone and smiling, yes. With daggers in their eyes.
Yes.
It's cute. I like it. Honestly, end of the day, this I don't know. I think I mentioned this last time. I think like this culmination of characters and these types of episodes where it all takes place in one location and one thing just keeps happening after the other and everything kind of snowballs into this big catastrophe type event where like nothing's going right. You know, all these crazy characters are in one room and Carly's just trying to get something done. And I mentioned that these more bottleneck episodes are the best, and this is what it is. I believe episode 6 had a similar thing with Freddie getting drunk and whatnot at a similar type event, a party they were throwing. Forgot what the context was.
Principal Franklin.
Principal Franklin, yeah.
Yeah. That was the context. It wasn't for Principal Franklin.
But he was there.
But he was there, so it was for Principal Franklin.
Wait, it was a party Spencer was throwing. That's what it was.
Spencer was throwing a party.
Anyway, but these bottleneck episodes where they're all in one location, particularly if it's a party, notice they're the most interesting. And that's what this was. Spencer was fucking hilarious the whole time. A lot of good acting from Lacey Mosley. Mm-hmm. Double Dutch was insane. And the mean grandma... icing on the cake.
She kind of dies twice in this episode.
And Carly violently assaults her in order to save her.
And she thinks it's all over with the boyfriend because she's violently assaulting an old woman. But the boyfriend is just like, I would have thought you would just killed her by now. Because she is mean. I mean, this is her on her best behavior.
She didn't say that. She said, my last date let her choke.
Yeah, let her choke or something like that.
Which is crazy.
He says, my last girlfriend would have just let her choke.
Yeah.
And then Carly is just like, did you just call me your girlfriend?
And he said, how about this?
Does this answer your question?
And just lands a fucking big wet one on her lips. And she goes, no.
Well, how about this? And then it's the whole romantic one where the woman is like laying back and trusting that the boyfriend's not going to drop
tango pose.
Yeah, that tango pose. They kiss like the tango pose. And then there's a honk, and that's the grandma saying, get your
Italian young ass in the fucking car.
And then Carly just like, stop ruining my moment, or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was fine.
It was good. It was
good.
It was funny. It was sexy. It was colorful. Spencer did a lot of good shit, and that adds like 5 points of quality just inherently to the episode.
So we're gonna go ahead and mention the Dan Schneider scene. This one was when
we were experimenting with popcorn ASMR. I hope you guys like it.
Maeve said the word disrespect.
Yes, but not just like in a sentence. Like she singled out the word disrespect.
Yeah.
And Dan Schneider's name came up. It's not not a coincidence anymore. This is definitely confirmed to be a gimmick from the editors.
And we do stand it.
I love it, and I think it's unbelievably clever. I don't know how they figured it out. They're just like, hey, how about we put this credit during an uncomfortable word or like an icky character, if they show up. Or
because Dan Schneider is a despicable human being who
he's got that ick.
Normally you're supposed to respect the ick, but we don't respect the sick.
He's coming back, I heard, to Nickelodeon.
Ew.
I heard it through the grapevine of another bigger grapevine, so I don't know if it's true, but I saw it on a thumbnail once, and I forgot what it read, but it was something along the lines of, why Dan Schneider's going back to Nickelodeon? Let's check it out. I didn't click on it.
And whatever show he's going to do, he's going to have the characters show their feet, and it's going to be really uncomfortable.
There's no way they can let him do that anymore. There's no way. That's like if Bill Cosby went back to fucking stand-up, and he made jokes about raping women.
Right.
I just don't see it happening, Brian.
I don't think Nickelodeon shouldn't even be allowing Dan Schneider to be doing anything anymore.
Well, I'll tell you why they're doing it. Money.
Mr. Krabs, could you tell me why you're building a second Krusty Krab next to the original Krusty Krab?
Money. But yeah, honestly, he was one of the most successful showrunners on that network. He made them a shitload of money.
Yeah. Shmoney.
Some boards said fuck. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
You've said a lot of cuss words in this this podcast.
Haven't I?
Yeah, you do that a lot. It's fine.
I know it's fine. That's why I do it.
Yes.
Does that bother you, Brian?
No, it does not bother me.
No. I'm trying to put a lid on it. But I'm sorry to anyone who's offended by this. I do curse a lot. I've got Irish in me.
To the one person who subscribed that's under the age of 12, how did you get a YouTube account? You're supposed to be 13 to get a YouTube account. Oh,
and this is legitimate. Whoever is watching this, all 3 to 5 people, list your name below. We want to know who you are, so we can blackmail you. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I am just curious who's watching this.
Just say hi. You don't have to tell us your names. Just say hi.
Say hi.
Your username will be fine.
Say hi and list your favorite Dairy Queen commercial that you've seen.
Yes. Let's do that. That'll be the challenge for the couple of people who are watching this podcast.
I actually do have a favorite Dairy Queen commercial. I'm not kidding.
I'll have to do some research on the Dairy Queen commercials.
Yeah, you guys have to do some work for this. I'm sorry. If I gotta do work, so do you. Don't say anything. I'm not editing another part of this. I'm not
Sweetie, he wants a bite.
Okay, I'll give you a bite. You say this one little word. Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
All right.
Okay, fine.
All right, there's something. How did that get there? Oh, it's because I worked at it. But that's okay. I'm a working man. I don't mind working.
I was born a handsome man.
I don't even know what that reference about.
It's from the prom.
Oh yeah. So anyway, sprinkles for this particular episode. Add some sprinkles, but I can't find any. I don't know what else to say. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's late. That's what we're trying to say.
It's kind of late.
It's almost 2:00.
We got him. Damn, that is late. You have anything else to add? I'm trying to think of something to say here. I can't wait to see where this relationship goes with Carly and Wes.
Yeah, I don't think Creddy is going to be a thing, at least in season 1.
Unless they do a switcheroo in the last episode, which is a possibility.
We're not saying it's likely, we're saying it's a possibility.
But good writing is always writing that is well undermining any kind of expectations.
Right, that's fair.
Unpredictability is very good. Mm-hmm. You never want to be able to guess what's going to happen.
But I do like Wes. I did like Griffin before he became a MLM cult member.
Mm-hmm. Which I guess they just had to make him bad so it would justify Carly's hatred for him. Yeah. Like they couldn't stick with the Beanie Baby thing. It's like, no, we got to find a legitimate reason.
Oh, he's a cult member. It's fine.
Yeah, for a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Speaking of relationships...
But we do like Wes.
Speaking of relationships, Spencer and Maeve break up, kind of, on a Titanic. And there's okay, I got to mention this. I can add this. There's this really weird but funny yet morbid scene where they're on Spencer's custom-built Titanic prop. And Maeve leaves, exits scene, and Freddie comes up, and
it's like, you okay, bro?
Yeah, and Spencer goes, yeah, sure, I think, or whatever, and I forgot what he says, but whatever fucking they're using to simulate sea breeze, like the ocean, which I'm guessing is gas of some sort. The shot just lingers on Spencer's face ominously as he starts to get delirious from breathing in this gas. Yeah. And it stays on his and Freddie's faces for quite some time while this gas just blows on them in extreme excess. It was so strange.
Yeah.
It was Lynchian, but I thought it was really funny. I want more moments like that. More weird comedy. Mm-hmm. Make it happen, guys. Otherwise, it was a weak set of episodes, but he came back with the third one. Like you do every time. Yeah. Now, what I'm worried about, and this is legitimate, you should fucking pay attention to this, because this concerns you.
It does.
It concerns me. It concerns everything, because what are we if we don't have interesting episodes to talk about on our podcast? Mm-hmm. This is kind of why this is going to be a little shorter, because I don't have much to say. I hope episode 13, the season finale of this season, isn't like the number one out of our batches of 3, because like I said and keep saying, the first episode in these sessions is always the weakest. I hope they pull out all the stops for this season finale is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And
that it doesn't go back to this is a first episode, this is like episode 1, 4, and 7.
1, 4, 7, 10.
Yeah, this isn't, but it might be, because it's kind of uncanny.
To be fair,
how consistent it is.
To be fair, 8 was worse than 7. We made.
I guess sure.
To be fair, 8 was pretty worse than 7.
I think we did come to that consensus. Yeah, I forgot why and how, but I do remember that.
There was just a lot of funny moments in 7, and then there just weren't that many funny moments in 8. Even though it was a character I wanted to see.
I will say that I just hope it doesn't, because it's been weird how consistent it's been. So I hope 13 isn't like what we've experienced with the first episode in these batches of 3 that we've been watching.
I'm optimistic. I have my
optimism. Well, they probably actually do have an A-team, and I just didn't find the pattern.
On your day off, you're not going to do... You're on your day off when you don't have work people bugging you. You can just do some little research. You can go hire a private investigator.
Yeah, I'll go to LA and I'll look around and be like, you guys know how to fucking find the A-list writers on the iCarly reboot?
And then
get the fuck away from me, creep.
No, people are going to be like, call this number.
And it'll be like a sex hotline. Like a weird pedophilic sex hotline. And I'll be like, this is the
Dan Schneider operates.
Yeah, Dan Schneider's on the other end going hi, who are you? This is Bland Glider. How are you doing today? And I'll be like, hey, Bland. Hey, you sound eerily like Dan Schneider. Any way that you guys are related?
I get that a lot.
No,
we're not related at all.
No,
I never did iCarly or what other shows did Dan Schneider do?
Drake and Josh, Victorious, all that.
I didn't do all those shows. No, I'm Bland Blighter.
Gotcha. Hey, cause that'd be kind of bad if you were Dan Schneider, because that guy's a pedophile. I know. I heard. Hey, little boy, how about you come over to my office? this. I've got some candy, TV, video games, Twitter, and TikTok. Really? Well, that sounds great. I'm like in on it now. And I'm like, oh yeah, tap the line. Totally up. Jigs up.
Like, you let the FBI know that you're making this call?
No, I tapped it myself. I'm dealing with this fuck. I'm going in hard. And I'm not doing it the way you think I'm doing it. Gonna have me a Dan Schneider pelt on my fucking floor. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, I'm done rambling about iCarly. How about you?
I'm pretty done too.
Do you want to talk about pop culture at all?
Pop culture.
Any other thing?
There was a big info dump on the newest Pokemon games coming out in November and January, respectively.
Okay.
It was a pretty good info dump. Remaking, more information on the Diamond and Pearl remakes, which is probably one of the more Pokemon games that I'm more nostalgic for.
Tell me more.
If you ever played Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which hot Pokemon take here are some of the worst Pokemon games ever made, but but a good thing about those games is that Pokemon follow you, and Pokemon now follow you in the new Diamond and Pearl remakes. Yay! Pokemon following.
All right, we need a celebration for that right now.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
But I just want to let everyone know that when a trailer says game footage not final, it means game footage isn't final. I need y'all to know that, okay? All the Twitter people that are following me from Twitter, that are following me now on YouTube because I'm so famous now, just know that when game footage not final is on a trailer that they're releasing, just notice that game footage isn't.
This has been advice from Bryan.
Changes were made to make the game look a lot better than its first initial reveal, so good job. I knew that would happen. This is sarcastic clapping because I knew it would happen. And they also released more information about the new Pokemon Breath of the Wild game called Pokemon Legends Arceus.
What?
Yep. It's an open world Pokemon game that's very much inspired by by Breath of the Wild, which is fine. Breath of the Wild, fantastic video game that I never beat, that I don't plan on beating, and I don't plan on playing ever again.
Shit.
Sorry, I'm not a Zelda guy. I'm sorry. Hot take. Not a Zelda guy.
All right,
It's
guys.
fine.
Everybody, get on them. Tackle them.
But one of my new favorite Pokemon is getting a regional variant in this game. Hisuian Braviary.
There you go. Some Pokemon news from the Pokemon himself.
There is a Hisuian Growlithe. It's a fire and rock type. And we don't know about Hisuian Arcanine yet, but there probably will be one.
Holy fuck.
Regional variants are great.
Aren't they?
They are.
Anyway, is that all for...
I want to talk about the promise I made last week, that if I made finals in my draft league, I'd make a video for it.
Oh, go ahead.
Obviously, I have not made a video for it, which means I did not make finals.
Oh.
I lost in the semifinal round.
But
I am still in my draft league servers Hall of Fame because I made playoffs in that one. I was given third place in that draft league. So it was the other guy who lost his semifinal matchup. But I'm now in my draft league's Hall of Fame as a battler. I'm great. I'm actually not. I'm actually really bad, but I have a lot of fun with competitive battles. So
I'm gonna get you a pity cigar, and I'm gonna light it for you.
Thank you.
If you don't drink and if you don't smoke, then you could have a cigar. Here's why. Fun fact. This is a fun fact from Christian. You got Brian's Life Advice Corner and Christian's Fun Facts.
fun fact.
Fun fact. Fun
Did you say fun facts?
I'm not doing the segment. I have the attention span of a 4-year-old, the IQ of 67, and the work ethic of a rich kid who dropped out of high school. I'm not doing it. I don't know enough. I guess that's a fun fact. Does that count? Anyway, what? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I got a lot of pop culture shit, but I'm gonna save that for later because it's more cryptic old movie stuff. So I'm not gonna talk about that. But I am going to update something that we brought up in like the first episode we did of this podcast. And that is...
Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, so I found out what that release date in April was all about. Because for those of you who either haven't seen the episode or have forgotten, which is probably all of you, there was this big announcement on Twitter from the newly developed Avatar Studio. I don't know what it's called. I think it might just be Avatar Studio, but I don't know. Yeah, so they said there was going to be this new series launched on the Avatar YouTube channel on the 24th or 25th of April. Me and Bryan were hyped to see this, and we were going to talk to each other once we figured out what it was. This never happened, or so we knew. I looked it up, and all it was this YouTube series on the Avatar YouTube channel that has to do with behind the scenes podcasty stuff for stars from the show of Korra and The Last Airbender. That's it. That's all it is. And I am very let down. I'm just going to say this right now. I thought I was getting more Avatar, and I'm not. And I'm really sad. And
So
I'm
where
gonna
did
start
we
crying.
get? Where did we get the story between Aang and what's her face?
I think that was a manipulation via marketing.
Okay.
I'm dead fucking serious. I think that was like the Twitter team who runs the thing going like, we gotta get people interested in this somehow. And it's like, make Toph and Aang a teenager. Yeah, make him a teenager. And put like a meadow, like a beautiful fucking Asian meadow or like an Easter Island head thing in the background. Fuck it. They love that shit.
Yeah.
Fooled me. Hey, Nickelodeon, I got 2 words for you. Fuck you! Hey, my cat came up. That means it's time to wrap this shit up.
So, thanks for watching. My name is Bryan. I am one half of that Pokey Duo.
And I'm Christian, and I'm doing a little better. Send me money.
Yes, send them money.
Here's the link. I'm not gonna even put it in the description. I'm gonna put it right on the video. Right there. You see that? Ha! Yeah. That's for the life advice I gave. Oh wait, I didn't get it.
I gave the life advice. You gave the fun fact.
I didn't even get to do the fun fact because you distracted me with your freaking Pokemon thing. I'm
That was SpongeBob.
Whatever. Same thing.
Same thing.
Same flippin' thing. Yeah, I still can't remember what it was. Sorry, guys. If I remember, I might put it in editing later. So,
Peace out, guys.
bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.